done it at all. Just continue.
Hello and welcome to the AFL Tasmania live stream from the Wivenhoe Showgrounds for the 2024 Darwin Football Association Grand Final. Today we see the Queenstown Crows take on the Somerset Kangaroos in the decider for season 2024. The two standout teams of the competition across the course of the season. I'm looking forward to seeing how this one unfolds. My name is Anthony Osborne. Delighted to be bringing today's action to you. To my left in the commentary box is very special guest, Damien Gill, head of AFL Tasmania. Gilly, welcome aboard.
Thank you, Anthony. Delighted to be here and delighted to be bringing you what should be a cracking clash, the climax of the Darwin Football Association season. The Queenstown Crows looking to get it done up against Somerset. Yeah, it's a matchup that we saw a couple of weeks ago in this competition, of course, in the first weekend of finals. And Queenstown, as they've done to every side this year, just made really light work of Somerset on that occasion, but it's probably a glimmer of belief for Somerset, even more so today as there would have been earlier in the week with the result from the reserves earlier today as well, Gilly. Well, they've turned around an 81-point deficit in the reserves to get the chocolates with a goal right on the siren, seeing Somerset reign supreme in the reserves. So that would give them real hope in the seniors, because they'll be looking to overcome, well, albeit a pretty similar deficit, it must be said, in this one. And we're off. Looking forward to getting this one underway. Wet and wild conditions across Tasmania. We'll see how things unfold early on here at Wivenhoe. Queenstown with the first clearance via Michael Keogh, standout player in last year's decider. That's a good mark there. Down back for the Roos. That's through Nichols. Nichols exits D50, makes it pretty difficult for his teammate there in Smith. The Crows coming in, trying to apply a bit of pressure, and we'll get our first stoppage of the contest. Of course, Wivenhoe Showgrounds right on Bass Strait, Gilly. We're going to get some pretty wild conditions for large portions of this game, I'd imagine. Absolutely, as they ball it up again. It's down off hands. Sweeping handball inside 50. The Crows look now. You might be seeing the conditions just there as Butler goes back and takes, Parker rather, goes back and takes himself a mark. He kicks outside of defensive 50 through fingers. It's gathered there by McKellar. He runs out of tarmac. Good pressure from the Kangaroos. And that, what we see there is one of the joys of the Wivenhoe Showgrounds. The fans are right in the action, Anthony Osborne. Certainly are. 2 or 3 deep cars on that side of the ground and plenty on the broadcast side as well. It's a fantastic occasion, the DFA Grand Final. Of course, Queenstown looking to bounce back after going down to South Burning last year, just running themselves a bit of trouble, holding the footy, free kick going away of the Kangaroos. So Tom Smith, who's been the thick of it early, kicks long down the line on the outer side. Umpire's whistle spotted something. Free kick going to Somerset. So the Roos now looking to launch an attack inside 50. That's where they go. A good kick in there, and the mark's taken. An early opportunity here for Somerset. Quick ball movement down the wing. That sets up a chance here for Anthony Marshall. And Marshall, one of the prime movers for this Somerset outfit. You're hoping to give them the perfect start and give them real belief. Now this kick should tell us a bit about how this priest is behaving as well. Anthony Marshall, just inside 50, looking to open the account for Somerset. Kick looks pretty good. His teammates like it. The Roos are on the board to kick things off in the DFA decider. Well, that is the perfect start if you're Somerset and you're looking to turn over a 100-point deficit from a couple of weeks ago. Best way to do it is get on the board first, and really good finish there by Marshall. 25 goals he's kicked this season. 26 might be the most important of them. Ball it up. This umpire's attention is diverted, so it's going to be kicked the way of the Crows. I'm not entirely sure what for, but Ray McCann goes forward. Lutwich flies off hands. It's coming out through Nichols. Propels it forward. Gets a bit on the kick. Wind assisted, one would think, as Tarkowski just watches it trickle over and out of bounds. Yeah, a couple of kicks there just telling us that Roos might have the advantage in this opening quarter, but against this Queenstown team, they're going to need to make every post a winner. So we get the ball thrown in front of the scoreboard. Another umpire whistle for free kick. So Ray McCann with ball in hand. He's going to have a big role to play around the footy for Queenstown today. Opts with a short kick. Not a good one, though. Kicked off there by Schultz.
The wheels and goes. Clint Schultz drives it towards 50. Up and under with the sit and almost pulling down the great mark, and the umpire will award it. Potentially, no. We'll say that they shared the spoils. It was a pretty good effort there by Dexter. Just didn't quite get enough of the footy.
The umpires in the Darwin Footy Association are smart. They're running the zip up over the top, and today it's going to be required.
There's proper zip-up conditions, I think, Gilly. Certainly a wise move as Ray McCann lays the tackle there on Schultz and will be rewarded accordingly. Oh, selling themselves into trouble here, Queenstown. Somerset bring the heat. The Crows just struggling to get some composure at the moment. Ball in hand there of Wed. That ball just went straight up in the air. Ray McCann taps it down. Just a scrum at the moment. Players throwing themselves in, and the umpire will take it back once again.
Matty Newson thought he should have had a free kick there as we go back in the ruck once more. It's one down by Donaldson. Just a panicky kick. They get yardage, Somerset. It's Chapman leading the foot race, but beating all was the boundary line. So one goal straight of the Kangaroos, leading Queenstown. The boys from the gravel. Goes in again. Uncontested has Donaldson, just paddles down. Sweeping through was Keogh. Sorry, it was Ray McCann, rather. Up it goes again. There's Ray McCann. Wins it down. The two Ray McCanns right in the thick of things. And this is Finbar Ray McCann who wins the ball.
Just see him telling his teammates to have a bit of composure here. Just rushing things at the moment, the Crows. Over the top there to Nankerville. As a half back, a lot of these players have been around the traps for Queenstown for a number of years. A great period of success for them, but they'll still be smarting after that loss to South Burnie last year when Rowan Baldock just exploded at the Wivenhoe Showgrounds as they work their way down the wing to the skipper, Sammy Newson. Drives it inside 50, sees something he likes, and that's Myercheck. Not going to miss Zach Myercheck out on the field with the long sleeves and the long dreads. Had himself in a good position and takes a strong mark.
Well, that was terrific footy, wasn't it? The ball movement, Alex Dilger connecting with Newson, and now Myercheck to finish the deal.
So Myercheck looking to get the Crows on the board for the first time today. Well and truly within his repertoire, kicks on the way. He likes it straight away as well. The Crows are on the board, and it's one straight apiece after 6 minutes at Wivenhoe.
Well, that's the footy that's made them the team to beat so far this season and has got them in the box seat for today's grand final. Terrific ball movement end to end, and a class player in Myercheck to finish it off. The breeze is blowing towards Somerset's direction, so we'll have to take that into account. Days like this, you really do want to see a half of footy before you judge either team too harshly. As Ray McCann straight out of the middle wins the clearance, kicking long in the Lutwich direction. No, it's not Lutwich, it's Dilger. So Dilger with a juggle takes the juke. Cuts an imposing figure, does Dilger.
A few of those very agile and athletic forwards, don't they, Gilly? Lutwich, another one.
Alex Dilger lines up to go back-to-back goals for Queenstown from 45 metres out. He doesn't make the journey, which tells a tale about the wind. Panicky kick out now, just rushing it out of defence. Somerset is Moore. He looks out to the wing. All he finds is a Crows player in Ray McCann. He kicks inboard, juggling through. It's inside 50 now. All alone was Newson, and he's not a player that you want to give space to. The Crows skipper. So they have lifted their intensity, it's fair to say, Anthony Osborne.
Certainly have, and a chance here for the skipper to get Queenstown second in succession.
Trickles across the 50, kick on its way, touched. Doesn't have the trip. And again, I think that is painting a picture of what that breeze is doing, howling off the back straight there. It'll be Parker to bring him back in.
Parker down the far side of the ground, gets plenty of purchase on that kick. Again, the wind telling the tale, and they're off to the races now. Chapman dishes the handball off. Somerset drive it inside 50, and from two disposals, they're in the forward pocket. A couple of players on short, including Marshall, but The Roos will have a chance here from the pocket now.
Strocknetta with the footy.
Strong name.
Strong name, strong beard. Have a look at it. Real sort of Ned Kelly.
Yeah, bushranger setup from
Bushranger
Strocknetta,
sort
isn't
of gear.
Absolutely. So, Strocknetta, chance here. Kick Somerset's second. Some rapid ball movement. Using the breeze. What can he do here from the set shot? Kicks on the way. Umpire has to do a fair bit of work, and it's through for a minor score.
They waste no time whatsoever, and it's a shocker of a kick from D50 to Bowen. He drops it off to Parker. Parker, the skipper, sets sail, and Somerset hit the front.
Seen that a few times so far, Gilly. Queenstown perhaps not quite sure with the breeze, just not quite executing their kicks out of D50, and Somerset chopping them up and making them pay on that occasion.
Well, it's just sloppy footy, wasn't it, really, from full back. Rushed to take the kick. But you wonder why. It's sort of, with the breeze not favouring you, you want to take some of it out of the game. We're back in the middle.
Back in the middle of Wivenhoe. Queenstown certainly being issued a challenge early on. A hurried kick inside 50, but the mark's taken running back there by Nichols, who's been busy. Nichols out wide. Strong punch over the line. A bit of hurdle stuff between the two players, and goes between a couple of Fords on the outer side of the ground. One of the great sights here at the Wivenhoe Showgrounds. Of course, the DFA had another fantastic season thanks to their sponsors, Flex Realty, CUB, the Burnie Trophy Centre, Capital Corp, RT and NJ Construction, Auto Electric, IMAX Solutions and Sports Power Burnie. As the Crows look to go fly hands inside 50, a strong tackle laid there by Morgan. Another stoppage just over the arc.
So they go up once more. It's a free kick, I think, for a block, but which way is the question? It's going to go the way of Ben Donaldson. He kicks, looking in the direction of Chapman. It's fisted away well. Good defence from the Crows. You see a couple of spectators with the rugs right there ready to go. So far, look reasonably dry. He's hoping they remain so. Boundary umpire will bring it in. The big man, Holland, in the ruck. Wins it down. Almost for Chapman. Squeezes out the side. Hands and knees, both teams fight for it. Coming in was Nankiville to make sure it didn't get out easy, but inadvertently Somerset have given away a kick, so they'll move it with gusto. Norquay kicks a driving ball. He was looking in the direction of Dilger, and it's a good intercept grab from Bowen, who's been good.
Certainly has. Another player who's been busy is Parker, who cuts to the 45 with a kick, a clever kick in the end. Setting things up across half-back for the Roos. Now look to load up towards 50. A long kick, but all on his own, and taking a strong mark there is Wed. Sorry, Ray McCann, I should say. Just pressured as he tried to get his kick away. First time we've really been on the broadcast side of the ground. That one's over and out. All the footy on that far side of the ground so far, Gilly.
Yeah, it's probably, you've got to say, weather dependent, as this one's dropped down magnificently right at the fall of O'Shea. He kicks in the Dilger direction. Looks a likely target today. Dilger running with the footy. Bouncing ball towards 50. It's gathered by Myercheck. Drops it back. Fumbling inside forward 50. Newson drops it out. He finds Wed. Wed kicks towards goal. Doesn't get anywhere near it. Holds up in the wind. Jeepers. As Callan Nichols takes a grab inside D50. Well, that sat in the air for what felt like an eternity, so I could spit out my words as he kicks outside the defensive arc. Come back with GST through Sam Shea. He gets it to McKellar. Tries a little step. Kicking inboard. The target is Newson in a pack. Off his hands. Dilger just bustles through and kicks offline.
Couple of those kicks there, about 30 metres up and probably 10 metres in distance. It's causing all sorts of havoc at that end of the ground. Queenstown go to 1-2, Somerset 2-1. 13 and a half gone in this opening term. It's Parker with ball in hand once again. Gets things underway. Long kick out of D50. At the foot there was Kinch, gets it off. Tight against the line. Umpire spotted a free kick going the way of Somerset. So with ball in hand, it's Tom Smith. Down the line, pack forms. Again, another umpire's whistle. And Queenstown just infringing a little bit.
Yeah, just arm over the shoulder there, Anthony. Sorry.
All good as the Roos go inside 50. Strong mark taken again by Ray McCann. Scrappy kick, bit of a cruel bounce there, but doing pretty well was Newson. All class is the skipper. He kicks down the line, looking for his intended target. If the ball just sits there, there's an opportunity through McKellar for the Crows to go inside 50 in the direction of Mychek. Can't quite gather it cleanly. Goes back in on the second effort. Wrapped up in a tackle, and the umpire will take the ball back.
Well, if you turned up to the footy expecting a shellacking, you haven't got that thus far. Somerset in this game up to their eyeballs as it's Holland now, down, off the deck, Mychek. Tell you what, nearly brought that footy under his spell, didn't he? Just the wrong side of the upright post. Minus score for the Queenstown Crows. And from full back, Tyler Parker is going a merry dance, driving left-footed ball. He finds a target he likes out there through the fingers of Costello. Slipping out, the Crows now. Breakaway with a footy, inside 50. Mychek the target, there's a whistle. Matters little as Mychek completed the grab anyway. I tell you what, he looks dangerous every time it's in his vicinity, Anthony Osborne.
Certainly does. He's either, even before at ground level, just a player who knows his way around the goals, and he's using his strength inside 50 on a couple of occasions too.
Zach Mychek for his second of the day, and the second for his beloved Queenstown Crows. And he does enough. Made the goal umpire work. But he kicks back for the Crows. And they bounce out to a 2-point lead.
They're just starting to settle a little bit now, Queenstown. The first few minutes, they really weren't able to get any clean disposal across the field, and Somerset's pressure was immense. The Roos missed a couple of opportunities going inside 50, and Queenstown making them pay at the other end of the ground. So the Crows with a slight advantage. I think Somerset are kicking with Breeze in this opening term, so we'll see how that unfolds as the afternoon progresses. In the middle, ball to win. Dilger turns tackler. Umpire will take it back once again. Heart of Wivenhoe. Ball up. Punched away on that occasion by Donaldson. It's going to come back for Somerset. Costello couldn't quite complete the mark. Had Jade Clark there for company. Moves the ball down the line, setting up an opportunity here for O'Shea. O'Shea just continues to paddle the ball forward and karate kicks it inside 50. Over and out. I don't think it was on the full. Will be a throw in. So it's going to be the way of a lot of this football today, I reckon. Really just surging the ball into that breeze, and that was pretty smart there from O'Shea.
It's not going to be pretty, is it? It's going to be an arm wrestle. Both teams know that, as it's one down by Holland. Coming through is Newson. Good tackle applied. There's a whistle, and he's been pinged and penalised. And Tom Smith, who's had a fair bit of the pill, playing that little moustache. So he wanted to play on and find Tarkowski, but the umpire having absolutely zilch of it. Tommy Smith from deep in defence, powering ball, probably impeded as he went to run for the footy. So it'll be a Somerset free kick, with a sloppy free kick to give away. And it'll be Chapman, drops it off to a runner in Parker, finds his target in Dunniam. The Dunniam driving ball, looking down the wing, a fly from Marshall. It's unconvincing, it must be said. It'll be a free kick. Just waiting for the ball, are we? Or thought that kid's ball on the sideline was the ball for a second there.
I think it's somewhere in the maze of cars on the outer side of the ground, as you see a couple of Somerset Premiership players with their medallions around their necks giving a few words of advice as well. So Queenstown out of side of the ground. 18.5 gone in this opening term. A 2-point advantage to the Crows. With ball in hand, Jade Clark starting to work his way into this contest. His long kick, only as far as Parker, is caught high. He's been busy. That's Tyler Parker. Short kick. Going in on the second effort there was Fitzpatrick. He's got the Crow for company. Appeals for holding the footy there from the Queenstown Crows, but the umpire wants none of that. Another stoppage on the other side of the ground.
Must be said, he would have been stiff. Not much he could do in that scenario. So the Rucks go at it. Just coming through there was Dilger. He's a powerful athlete. Bouncing ball. Well picked up by Holland, but then it became a problem for him. He's brought down. And again, Somerset hold firm. Driving ball towards the halfway line. Picked up by Schultz. It's a whistle. So it'll be a Queenstown ball. It's Butler. Sorry, not Butler. Newsom, rather. And it's gathered by Tom Smith, who's getting a fair bit of the pill. Seen that moustache a lot. Left foot ball. Queenstown had the numbers. Came out the back. Padding along was Kinch. Here is Dunniam. The boundary line beats all.
Yeah, it's a bit of an arm wrestle at the moment, isn't it, Gilly? Two teams just going really end-to-end at the moment. Other side able to create too many scoring opportunities. It's a real grand final arm wrestle that we're seeing at the moment. Ball just evades Smith and now comes in for some support, and it looks like a potential shoulder concern there. One of the Somerset players, keep an eye on that one. Another stoppage. You can see there just making his way from the field, so keep an eye on that as the ball's thrown up once again. Ray McCann couldn't quite complete his own work, and the umpire will take the ball once more.
He's an impressive player, Dilger. More times he has ball in hand, more likely Queenstown look as the ball's paddled straight to the floor. Nankerville just helps it further. Bursting through to Newson. Newson back for Dilger. Over the head handball. It's gathered now by O'Shea. Inside forward 50. Just eludes Keogh. Myercheck almost. Be thrown in deep forward 50 for the Queenstown Crows. They lead it by 2 points.
And they've really locked the ball in their attacking half now, Queenstown. Somerset doing all the defending. Dangerous position here for the Kangaroo defence. What can Queenstown manufacture? Myercheck in the ruck. Gathers it at ground level. Has the ball for an eternity. Just gets it to his boot. Parker just wants to get it out of the area. Check side kick. Just trying to get some meterage. Evades all the runners. And it's going to come back with a little bit of interest here. Clark dishes the handball back. Nankerville gets it off. Ray McCann of the Finbar variety. Left boot inside 50. Ball just bouncing around on all sorts of awkward angles. Handball goes off. Dilger sells a bit of candy. Gets the ball over the top. Bit of a hospital handball. Going to map up his own work though, Dilger. Shrugs one over the top. Ball there for in the direction of Myercheck, and so too Keogh. Frenetic football inside attacking 50 now for Queenstown. Paddling the ball out of in front of himself there is Norkie. Gets the ball back, tied up in the pocket. A long high ball towards the goal front. And on the last line of defence, Bowen gathers the footy and just bangs it out of there, but only as far as Nelson, who then moves it on to his teammate in Newson. Frenetic stuff inside 50 for Queenstown.
So Sammy Newson to line up. It was defending diligently, it must be said, Somerset. It just felt like the damn wall was going to break there. And Sam Newson with the opportunity to put another one on the board. Newson now lines up. Kick on its way. Just tugs it left. Far too left in the finish. Out on the full. They fish it out of the back of a car, which we love. It'll be Parker from deep doors in defence. He drives long to the outer wing. On hands and knees was Chapman. It's coming back through Queenstown though. Inside forward 50. The targets in Myercheck and Keogh. Bouncing ball, it's gathered by Bowen. He makes a bit of a meal of it, but good pressure from Queenstown. Force it out of play right in front of the interchange benches. It's where 23 and change gone in the first quarter here of the Darwin Footy Association Grand Final. Queenstown lead it by 2 points. Fresh Airy. And Bowen now tries to pick it up. It'll be a stoppage.
End of the opening quarter here at Wivenhoe. We have an arm wrestle on our hands. Queenstown, they lead at 2-3-15. Somerset 2-1-13. Zach Myercheck with 2 goals for the Crows. Marshall and Parker, the goal kickers for Somerset. Damien Gill, a absorbing opening to this contest between these two teams. If, as you said earlier in the call, if anyone was expecting a blowout, they certainly didn't get it in their opening term.
Well, that's just it. It was a drubbing a few weeks ago, and Somerset have come to play. They got on the board first, and for large parts of that quarter, probably were the better team. But just some warning signs there of Queenstown when they've got supply inside forward 50. They've just got enough players that are a real handful. Dilger, the likely type is Myercheck. He looks like kicking a bag today. We haven't seen Lutwich in the game at all, really. Newson's had a couple of looks, hasn't put it on the scoreboard just yet. So they loom large, Queenstown, but Somerset, you cannot fault their endeavour. And the key for them today is just making the most of their forays forward and their opportunities inside 50, and maybe they would have liked to get another one on the board in that first quarter.
Yeah, only 2 points adrift at the opening change are the Somerset Kangaroos. Looking forward to seeing how this game unfolds. We'll take a short break on commentary. Second quarter coming up next. Welcome back to the Wivenhoe Showgrounds. The second quarter about to get underway in the 2024 DFA Grand Final between the Queenstown Crows and the Somerset Kangaroos. The Crows lead it by 2 points after an absorbing opening term. Damien Gill, looking forward to seeing how this second quarter unfolds.
Yeah, as I said earlier, Anthony, days like today, you want to see a full half before you judge both teams. So dangerous to do so. But you just feel like Somerset may be a goal or two short in that quarter. But we'll soon find out as we get underway in this quarter. But Queenstown, a lot of firepower. They're defending well. I like the games of Bowen and Parker in particular in the defensive half.
Yeah, I reckon Lockie McKellar was starting to get himself involved late in that term as well for Queenstown. Another player to watch as we kick things off for the second term here at Wivenhoe. A kick inside 50 for Somerset, seeing a target he likes down there in Schultz. Couldn't quite get there. Ray McCann gets the handball away, looking for Clark. Umpire spotted the free kick, and owning the responsibility there was Clint Schultz with the hand up. So Ray McCann with the ball in the back pocket. Watch the way of the opening term. Looks to go long down the far side of the ground. Another free kick spotted. This time going the other way.
Sorry, Anthony. There's been quite a few free kicks so far. Full discipline.
I think the players need to be alert that the umpires are going to pay anything that's in the back or over the shoulder today. They've done that over the first quarter and a bit. Just outside 50, another stoppage.
It's a good start from Somerset, getting to the right end of the ground. And they go up once more. Crafty stuff from Holland came out the back, almost for Nankerville. It's in congestion now. Just moving it forward is Kinch. He gets it out the side. Chapman tracks it down. Kicking inside forward 50 now. Chapman looking for a target. He finds one gleefully in Marshall. Presents well. Good body work. Did it early and completes the grab.
After seeing so many free kicks of that illegal body work, that was just a prime example of how to do it. He's looked lively at a couple of occasions, Marshall. Chance here to kick his second.
Just used the hips wonderfully, did Marshall. Lines up, steady approach onto that right boot. Just made the umpire work a bit too much. A minus score for Somerset, and they cut the margin to a singular point.
So the Crows to bring the ball back in. All right. Finbar Ray McCann. Short in the pocket. Keller, the stars of this Queenstown team. Opts to go via hands. The Crows just methodically trying to pierce their way through at the moment. Nankerville gets the handball off. A third effort. Now the Crows can try and launch something. A well-weighted kick. Mark taken by Dexter. Wanted to go quickly. Just held up a touch. Now chips it towards 50. Good mark taken there from Ray McCann. Couple of options starting to stream for him inside 50. Looks in the end to... Don't really know what he was trying to do, to be honest with you, Gilly. Off the side of the boot, over and out.
I think it's one of those ones where he's caught him between two minds and he shanked it in the end. So, opportunity missed for the Crows as Parker in deep switches pockets. Kicks it out for the run of Moore. Be intercepted by Keogh, but he does so as he runs it across the boundary line. Thrown in. Forward 50 for the Crows. It's one down in the ruck. Gathered by Newson. Twirling ball towards goal. Magnificently done. Really nice finish. The Crows put it on the board through Matty Newson.
Yeah, that's the class of this Queenstown team on display. Something out of really only a half opportunity, something Somerset weren't able to do in the opening term. A fantastic finish there from Newson and really making the most of the conditions that were on offer.
It's that little bit of class on days like today, big occasions like grand final day that you need.
Back in the middle. Ruck spoils the shed there. To have another stoppage inside the centre circle of the ground. Queenstown up by 7 points now. Crucial little period coming up for the Somerset Kangaroos. Good tap down to Smith. Running back with the flight, taking the ball. Now with the handball off, a little 1-2. Keller chips it. The direction of Dilger is infringed upon. So Dilger has the ball now.
Conditions worsening, Anthony.
Starting to see the car wipers going as well as Myercheck takes the mark inside 50. Conditions might be worsening, but Queenstown just starting to look even slicker. Good ball movement there. Dilger inside 50 and Myercheck once again presenting.
He's a class player, isn't he, Myercheck?
2 goals in the opening term from the Queenstown Spearhead. A chance here to kick his third and really give Queenstown a handy buffer. Myercheck, methodical approach, ball on the way. Always looking to the right-hand side, through for a minor score.
They're just got to hang tough here, Somerset. Conditions, the rain, you can see it on the screen. It is coming down as kicks outside of defensive 50. Not quite. He wrapped up in a stoppage. Tackle applied by Kinch. And Moore couldn't quite skip away to the footy as Rucks go at it again. It was one down by Donaldson. His opposing number ends up with a footy, but the free kick. Just trying to work out which way it's going. So it's going to Queenstown. Kicking board. Finds a target in Shea. Shea inside, forward 50 now. Long kick towards Myercheck. Oh, he's played on. Mark wasn't paid. Ball in congestion. Almost for Ray McCann. Dilger now spying it off. Socket off the ground. It hit the umpire. Almost gathered. Coming through well was Nankerville. Sorry, Tokarski. Gathered now by Fitzpatrick. He did well. Skipped around. Evaded too. Cut off almost there by Clark. Slipped through his fingers. Schultz on his boot. Gathered by Moore. Did well. Skipped round one. Kicking deep now. The target again is Marshall. Tries to shove aside of his opposing number. Good tackle from Marshall. Butters up. Not rewarded by the umpire. King outside the fence. They're in trouble, the Crows. Jumping on top was Chapman. And it's some good wet weather footy now, Anthony Osborne.
Certainly is. I love the big smile on Myercheck's face after trying to kick over his head. He realised that was as ridiculous as you're going to see in a grand final. And had the good humour afterwards. The Cruise now. Dangerous spot. Flying shot on goal. I think it might be through. The umpire has a quick deliberation. And that is a fantastic finish there from Tokarski. Making something out of nothing. And that's exactly what the Kangaroos needed.
Oh, it was beautiful from Tokarski, just straight through traffic, outside of the boot. It's days like today, you just got to, you know, it's agricultural. Just throw it on the boot, just make it happen. Nothing pretty. That's what Tokarski did on that occasion, and Somerset back in this ball game.
They cut the margin back to 2 points and a real goal against the flow of play. Important stuff.
So it's down there, kicked out through Kinch. They've got a head of steam now, and it's Moore. He fires out a handball, maybe to himself, soccering. Bouncing ball as a free kick. It's going to go the way of Moore, I reckon. Or will it be kicking in danger? It's always 6 of one, half a dozen of another in these sorts of situations, Anthony.
And these weather conditions as well. I might see a fair bit of that. More just making sure McKellar's okay.
He's a smooth mover, this McKellar. I'm not sure what he was doing there, just quietly. So McKellar takes his kick off the right slipper. Kicking towards his ruckman. Trickling ball, Dilger trying to catch it down. There he is, Dilger. Tries to power off with a burst of speed. He's got power in his game. Long kick looking for Myercheck, just out of his reach. And out the ball goes into an army of SUVs.
It's the SUV wing at Wivenhoe, isn't it? Yearly grand final day particularly. Great to see so many people out at the footy. As we have the ball up inside attacking 50 now for the Crows. Myercheck just takes it out himself. Flying shot on goal from Myercheck. Kicks the goal. Something out of nothing. He missed a golden opportunity just minutes ago. He really wanted to make amends and makes no mistake from the pocket. Terrific finish, Zach Myercheck.
Well, he's a beauty, isn't he? It just looks like hitting the scoreboard every time the ball is deep forward 50 for Queenstown. And it's the steadier the Crows needed after a nice little bright patch from Somerset. And he's going to be the man all day. They probably need to think about the matchup wisely, one would suggest. Whether one player is enough, as silly as it sounds. Sort of individual performance that can rip a grand final away from you. He's back in the middle again. There's one down well by Holland. Nankerville, just a big hoof forward. Tapped down by Good, smart footy in a wet day. Chapman now just tries to keep it alive. Paddling. Wrestling for the footy. Support arrives for both sides. Be a stoppage, you'd think. Queenstown players cry for holding the ball, but Chapman would have been dead stiff. Ball up. Opposite wing to the broadcast side. Out there with all the SUVs in action. Comes out from Chapman. He kicks towards his forwards. You can hear the rain in the microphone. Pelting down. It's gathered by Tatakarski. Fresh off kicking one. He just ran out of room. Will be thrown in. As everyone gets their head around where the footy's ended up. Waits for the umpire to instruct.
Just about 11 minutes gone in this second quarter. 8-point advantage to the Crows. The umpire throws the ball in. Opportunity here. Moore from the pocket. Outside of the boots. Misses. Trying to create something out of nothing. He's starting to insert himself on this game a bit. Here's Moore. The Roos cut the margin back to 7. Chipping ball now finds O'Shea. Ball goes over the top to Dexter. Just working their way through chip kicks at the moment before it's punched over the line. Have a throw in just in front of us here, broadcast side. Crows a couple of times this quarter have been pretty content to just take a bit of the energy out of the game and just chip kick their way down the line.
Interesting tactics on a day like today's. I'll tell you what, there's some voice in the crowd just quietly as they climb on top. Good tackle from Matthew Newson. They're passionate up this way. Beautiful part of the state. Coming through. Good fist provided by Holland. He gets to a runner in Newson who was tackled without it. He'll get a free kick. To Matthew Newson. Starting to work his way into the game. Kicks for Sam Newson. Just shielded the ball magnificently. Will he have a look at the sticks or look in the direction of Myercheck? You couldn't blame him if he did. It looks like prominent goal kicker himself. He'll go back. Sends it goalward. It's just started right, but found its way through. Sammy Newson on the board.
A terrific finish there from Newson. It was the Newson show. Great stuff from the coach there and Matty with the mark and set things up. Inside 50 for Sam. He was on the board and Somerset, a good response, so Queenstown, a good response from them. Somerset had a nice little patch and the margin goes back out to 13 points, 13 minutes into the second term. How can the Kangaroos respond? First instance, it's going to be a free kick going the way of Queenstown. Holland launches the ball inside 50, looking for Myercheck. Couldn't quite take the mark, but he's going to get the free kick. Shannon Saywood can't quite believe it, but Myercheck is a magnet inside 50 at the moment. Had himself in the right position, rewarded with the free kick, and he's going to look to kick goal number 4. See the Crows skip away. Zach Myercheck. Queenstown sharpshooter. Kick is on the way, and he likes it too. The Crows kick another. Margin goes back out to 19 points. The Crows getting on a bit of a roll.
They got a headache now, Somerset. They got to look at that matchup. Zach Myercheck is a problem. A big, big problem. The difference in the game so far, 6-4-40, plays 3-3-21. Somerset started the quarter brightly, but it's got away from them. They're in the middle, thrown up once more. The Rucks go at it. Gray McCann, who acrobatic effort, but didn't quite bring it down. His namesake, and Finbar takes a good defensive grab. Beautiful intercept. He kicks pass that almost looked set for Bowen. He wins it eventually, kicking forward 50. It's gathered by Moore. Moore drops it off. Skipping through was Tom Smith off the left boot. It never really looked like finding its way through. Had more time than he realised there, Tom Smith. Just tucks it home for a minor score. So Somerset, they would have dearly loved a goal there, Anthony.
They certainly would have. Wanting to make the most of these sorts of opportunities. They might have another one coming up now, though. Mark taken there from Bowen. His player's streaming inside 50, but just wants to assess all of his options. Kicking into the breeze. A long high kick from Bowen. Pack forms. Marshall sniffing about at ground level, coming through the other way with Sam Newson. Numbers here should favour Queenstown. Dilger just jams it on the boot. Good pick up. Going to come back here through Bowen for another opportunity with the Roos. Bowen's kick towards a pack of Crows in the pocket. Clever little tap on there from Strocknetter. Ball just bouncing around everywhere at the moment. O'Shea stripped of it. Chance here for Marshall. Dances around one. Chance here for the 1-2. Instead, a chipping kick towards goal. Doesn't quite work out. The ball's still alive here for Somerset, though. Tied up in the pocket and kicking the goal. Ryan Strocknetter.
There he is. Big beard, big time goal from Strocknetter. Exactly what they needed, Somerset. Good little period, consolidated pressure, kept it locked inside forward 50, and he just makes the most of a half chance, and that's what they need. They just need to keep touch. Got to be in this game deep in the fourth, and then who knows.
And as the weather gets worse as well, you just can't let the margin get too far out. You've got to be close. That's what they're doing at the moment.
Ray McCann down off hands. Matthew Newson starting to have a say in midfield. He wraps up Sam Moore. Will be pulled up. That zip-up jacket for the umpires coming in good use. I wonder if it's waterproof. Moore wrapped up by Dilger. Rinse and repeat. Goes up again. Ray McCann, hot footy. Helped further by Matthew Newson. Looking for Sam. He thought a mark may have been paid on Parker. Ball keeps moving. Somerset just throwing on the boot. They've been pretty smart in wet weather. Costello inside forward 50 or almost. Just paddling away. Hard footy together. It was helped out by Butler. Now it's with Fitzpatrick. He's claimed in a tackle by Newson. Swinging inside forward 50 again. Here goes Somerset. It's all Crows though, and Dilger just goes, fetch that one. Pounds it forward. It's gathered by Parker, and he cops one high in the process. Somerset ball.
So Parker has the ball in the heart of the Wivenhoe Showgrounds. Short chipping kick. Somerset looking to build a bit of momentum here. Kick goes inside 50. Not a great kick though. Always in favour of Stephen Murfitt, who's done some good things this quarter down back.
Had some dash, hasn't he, Murfitt?
One of the mustachioed defenders for the Queenstown Crows. His kick finds Chris Wedd, who was a standout in last year's grand final. Wedd kicks the ball to true centre-half forward. Parker couldn't quite jiggle the mark. Eventually gathers the ball. His kick only as far as Dilger, who just hefts the ball inside 50. A chance here through Newson. Lowers the eyes and misses to the left. Had Myercheck on short as well. Another miss there for Queenstown. 6-5-41. The Roos 4-4-28.
A survivor scare there, Somerset. Look at the cars in. You just love it. You love seeing it's proper footy this. Darwin Football Association 2024 Grand Final in the wet and wild. Long ball out onto the wing. Couldn't be gathered by either side. Just trickles along. I think the boundary line will be the option here. Right. Wedd, who keeps it alive for the Crows. Eventually it finds its way out. There's a ball looking for Tokarski. Goes out of play. Matt Shervington in the background there. Great to have him in the house.
Natalie Barr as well. not on the list of sponsors I've got from Barry Dunham.
There's plenty here at Wivenhoe. As it's Ray McCann inside forward 50 now. The big ruck in Holland almost gathering. It's a hard soapy pill to gather. Just helped in the direction. Oh, don't tell me! That's absurd! Zach Myercheck, it was just the ball helped in his direction. He got the touch with the juke, And the outside of the slipper, he finds its way through. That is a terrific, crafty goal from an excellent footballer.
Certainly is. That is his 5th goal of the game, and this performance is starting to give me flashbacks to Rowan Baldock in the grand final last year. He just kicked goals for fun. Myercheck doing everything inside 50. That was something out of nothing.
That was extraordinary. They put 3 on him. He's the difference right now. It sounds silly, but he is the difference. Just finds its way out to the outer side. There's Lutwich, not a name we've called much. Falcon time as it's brought out of play by Parker. Lutwich again, hands and knees, coughs it up. Helping down the wing, Somerset now in the direction of Tokarski. Oh, that's a good gather on a wet day by Ray McCann. Does well, sweeping handball inside. Finds his namesake. Matthew Newson now trying to gather the footy. Ray McCann, it's like he scored a try. He's just found its way over the boundary line. What a goal that was.
Oh, ridiculous goal. A ridiculous goal. One of his 5, Zach Myercheck. And at the other end, Ray McCann putting together some sort of game as well. Ball here for Somerset through Smith. Tumbling inside 50. Players converge and we'll have a stoppage inside Somerset arc. Haven't seen a lot of Aaron Butler. Even goal kick out for the Roos. A tough day for those big forwards. Good tackle laid there by Morgan. And he's going to be rewarded. Great pressure there from the Queenstown Crow. Late stages of this opening half. Morgan. Ball in hand. Kicks down the line. Setting himself was Holland. Ball goes over the top. Barnett. Kicking towards half forward, just overrunning the football slightly, brings in McKellar. McKellar to Newson. Newson to Shea. Now to Jackson O'Shea. Chance here for the Crows. O'Shea lowers his eyes, drives it inside 50. Myercheck! Guess who? Handballs it off, gives it to Newson. Queenstown miss. Hit the post. He's had a couple of other opportunities for goal, Myercheck.
I think that was off hands potentially, hence the rapid play on. Newson streamed through. It was a stylish looking bit of play from the Queenstown Crows, and they're well on top now. It's Parker, as he has done all day, brings them deep out of defence. Somerset over the heads of the pack. It's gathered by Nankerville. He retreats. He might have invited in a bit of a problem here, but Murphy good enough to mop up. Kicking towards Nankerville. Handball farmed out by Chapman. Ball out of side. Finds Marshall. Marshall over the top for Tokarski. He can't quite gather. Coming through again was Murphy. He just whacks this one high and long onto the wing. Good fly there. And it's going to go the way of Somerset by the looks. It might have been a blocking free kick. So it'll come down from Tom Smith. Over the top, unconvincingly, was Butler. It's just helped over, and it's going to be thrown in. So 48 plays 28, 23 and change gone. Darwin Football Association 2024 Grand Final.
Thanks to Flex Realty. Attacking position here for the Somerset Roos. Just running out of room there was Wed, but did pretty well. Gained some vital metres and unable to keep the ball in play there was Ben Donaldson. So throw in just outside, attacking 50. As the siren sounds on the opening half, an entertaining start to this contest. Queenstown starting to flex their muscles. 7-6-48. Somerset 4-4-28. 20-point margin in favour of the minor premiers, Damien Gill, and it was a quarter where Queenstown just worked their way into a position of authority.
Now they look just that bit too good this afternoon. As the rain pelted down more and more, they probably grew, to be honest. Zach Myercheck, what can you say? 5 first half goals. He has been the real difference between the two sides. As Somerset go into the sheds, that's going to be the discussion, I think, is what is our answer for Zach Myercheck, because that's the difference in the game. And if Somerset are going to claw their way back from this 20-point deficit, they're going to need to shut him down.
Yeah, and fascinating to see how the weather unfolds in the next half hour or so. Somerset kicking with the breeze in the third term, and they're going to have a lot of work to do as they go into the sheds. 20 points rears in the 2024 DFA Grand Final. We'll take a break, hear from commentary. Big second half coming up next. Welcome back to the 2024 DFA Grand Final between the Queenstown Crows and the Somerset Kangaroos. The second half about to get underway. It's the Crows leading this one by 20 points at the main break. As the weather still potentially eased a little bit over the last couple of minutes, but the rain's still coming down pretty heavy at the Wivenhoe Showgrounds. Anthony Osborne and Damien Gill bringing you the action. Damien Gill with the opening bounce of the third term.
So up we go. Down off the hands of Ray McCann. Held back the other way by Kinch. Suckled further by Moore. Jay Clark pounces on the footy. Puts it in the direction of Keogh. He butters up. Kicks towards the likely target in Myercheck. Wrestling for the footy. It's helped over. Myercheck quick to say, that's my ball. Out in the full, but it won't go his way. He's thrown on in. After a bit of negotiation from either side. They're trying to talk their way into that one. So out the back from Holland. Straight onto O'Shea. His ball's blocked. Tumbles back in, as does Matthew Newson. It'll be a ball up. The conditions are not good here.
Oh, that's right. With 20 points adrift, Somerset. It's in danger of just becoming too much in these conditions. A big quarter to play out for them particularly. Tied up against the pocket. Just running out of room there was Michael Keogh, who's threatened. Another throw in. Early stages of this second half. Inside attacking 50 for the Queenstown Crows. Holland in the ruck. Double fisted down. And as far as Moore, really got himself into the game across the second quarter. Numbers here, ground level, should favour the Kangaroos. Long kick around the corner. Dexter gets it back to Murfitt. Murfitt out to Ray McCann. Takes the short ball on to Nankerville. Jack Nankerville launches the ball towards 50. Sees something he likes there in Holland. Couldn't take the mark. Now going at ground level. Somerset with some numbers. More there, but not able to take the ball cleanly. O'Shea over the top. Sets things up here for Keogh. Clever kick from Keogh in the favour of Dilger. Couldn't take the mark. Just trying to slap the ball away now with Somerset. As the rain just gets even heavier at Wivenhoe, and the ball's going to go to Alex Dilger.
Dilger now kicks inboard. He was looking for Wed. Somerset should be able to raffle this off. Diving on the foot, he might have a problem. Umpire says, give it to me. The rain continues to tumble down here at Wivenhoe Showgrounds. Holland in front position, takes it out of the ruck, snaps. A minor score. The Queenstown, look at the rain coming down. Bureau of if I can spit it out, has it at feels like 4 degrees. As Parker drives it long and strong. Pack forms. Just helping it further for Somerset. It was gathered by McKellar. Cut off. Coming through was Nankerville. He's got a problem. Surrounded by Kangaroos.
Well, this rain's just intensified since the players have run out, Gilly. This is really wet and wild stuff. Ball's thrown up once again. Neither ruckman able to get a clear advantage. More at ground level. Paddled the ball forward. Now cries of holding the footy and they'll be rewarded. Nankerville not giving up the free kick. Chance here for Somerset. Driving ball inside 50. A pretty good kick. Not quite able to get to Butler. All the numbers here should favour Queenstown. Murphy tries to cross goals. A risky move. And making the most of the opportunity is Bowen. I reckon that's his 4th or 5th intercept mark of the contest and makes no mistake there. It was risky for Murphy going across goal and the Roos make them pay.
Smart player, Mitchell Bowen. He's done that a couple of times, as you said, Anthony, where he's just waited for the opportune moment and pounces. And it bears fruit through a goal this time, albeit, I'm going to say, pretty sloppy and low percentage sort of play in these conditions. A bit too ticky touchwood, just needed to go long with the footy on that occasion. Murphy, as Ray McCann wraps up a vigorous tackle on Kinch. The umpire before, I've got to say, I don't know if you saw his style on the holding the ball signal, but it was as flamboyant as I've seen. I loved every bit of it. The arms just flowing through the air. Very strong form. The ball goes up again. Almost for the umpire. Oh, almost for the umpire. I've lost the plot here as Bowen comes in and tackles.
There's a goal umpire at the water end who's just giving really small and restricted movements as well, so I've enjoyed that too. Bowen goes inside 50 and lays it out on a platter for Marshall.
Well, here we go. Anthony Osborne. Breeze at their back. They've got to pounce. They've got to make the most of the opportunities. And Marshall is a sharpshooter for them.
Certainly is. 1 goal to his name so far today. It's their second inside 50 of the quarter. Looking to make it 2 goals from as many entries. Marshall, what can he produce? Kick is on the way. Just missing to the near side.
Here the rain just pelting down here at Wivenhoe Showgrounds. Ray McCann to bring it out from full back. It was long out onto that wing where most of the players been this afternoon. Really good grab from Ray McCann, just nestled it into his chest. He's further, but it was all Somerset. Tyler Parker helped himself. Kicks long inside 50 now. Murphy, who had the sit, he went the fist. It's going to be a free kick, I think, the way of Marshall. So Marshall's looked the likely type for the Somerset Kangaroos. And he'll line up to cut this margin to something quite gettable, Anthony Osborne.
A good little period here for Somerset. Got to make sure they capitalise on it.
Well, here he is, Anthony Marshall. Kicked the first of the day. He comes in, a pokey little pass ball that was, not sure if it even was a shot in the finish, but it finds its way over for a minor score. Didn't look confident with the approach.
No, he didn't on that occasion. A couple of opportunities go begging for the Kangaroos in recent moments as the Crows look to launch out of D50 again. The ball just getting stuck in that breeze. Bowen proving a bit of a thorn in the Crows' side at the moment. Kinch is there as well, wrapped up in a strong tackle. Umpire will take that footy right on the 50-metre arc. Somerset looking to lock this ball in their attacking half of the ground. Ball in hand there, Dunniam. Wrapped up in the tackle. Sharing the spoils there with Jack Nankerville. So umpire throws the ball up once again. Ray McCann again involved. Nankerville tumbles in over the top and may have done so a little bit clumsily. Umpire moving it up once again. So, yeah, rinse and repeat.
Here's rinse and repeat. That jacket was a wise choice today, wasn't it? Not sure about the hat. Not a lot of sun in play as it goes up. Well, one down by the Somerset ruck. Underneath that was Newson. He found his brother in Sam. Sam kicks it down the wing. It's gathered by Holland. He squeezes it out of hand pass. Newson shanks it right onto the outer side. It will be a foot race, and Chapman leading it for Somerset. Coming through was Wed. Was gathered by McKellar. They hand it back. They've got all kinds of time now. McKellar streams through, gets his shot away. It's only McKellar, and he's made it talk. McKellar, you could see the breeze doing all sorts, but it couldn't stop the ball from flying through, and that is a costly goal for Somerset and a beauty for the Crows.
Yeah, he's been one of the best players in the DFA for a few years, Lockie McKellar. That is evidence of why. Just mastered the conditions, and ball just had enough to get over the line, and that's really a goal against the flow of play. Somerset had a really good 5 or 6 minutes, but the Crows get the ball down the other end and capitalise. So we go back to the middle of the Wivenhoe Showgrounds. The Roos needing a response. Holland in the ruck, gets it down. Coming off the line there was Chapman. Only as far as the goal kicker McKellar. Tumbling kick, Ray McCann. A little too slick there for Lutwich. Now scrapping away against Dunniam. Umpire lets it roll on before eventually blowing the whistle. 8:7:55 plays 5:6:36. Almost 10 minutes gone in the third quarter. DFA Grand Final thanks to Flex Realty. Tumbling kick inside 50. Players flying from everywhere, and it's going to be a push. Free kick going the way of the Kangaroos. Taking it, going to be Caelan Nichols.
I feel like those defensive players for Somerset have had their work cut out for them today, and Nichols is one of them that's applied himself well. He kicks out onto that wing that's seen so much of the action. Fisted along by Smith, pretty clever. Now with Moore. Moore looking for a target, but unfortunately it's just pounced on by Jade Clark. So Clark now uses the outer wing. Gets a bit too much salt and pepper on the kick. It's Dunniam who takes the grab. He was shoved as he was helped over that boundary line. So Dunniam off the right boot, a floater. Coming through was Ray McCann. Over his hands, Clark got a problem now. Blue and white out the back, there's a whistle. He's play on now, he's called advantage. And I think he's duly taken it. What a bizarre passage of play. I didn't actually catch who the goal kicker was in the finish.
Might have been Donaldson, I think. That was a chaotic minute of football.
It's rare that you get to stand there and ask the umpire if it is advantage and then duly take it and score the goal, but there you go. Somerset get the goal they dearly needed. 6:6:42, plays 8:7:55. Queenstown Crows still lead it, but Somerset in this game as the rain continues to tumble down. Up the ball goes. It's one in the air by the big ruckman in Holland. Fighting for it at both teams. Moore almost coming through there was Nankiville. He's claimed in a tackle and lets Takaski know about it afterwards. Maybe a few choice words.
Clint Schultz, the goal kicker. A bizarre bit of play.
Clint Schultz, good finish, all things considered. Composure. It's swatted down by Holland. Newson just bodies off one, then he's been tumbled into, so he'll get a free kick, Newson. Kicks towards forward 50. Won't quite get there. Oh, coming through his Myercheck. We haven't called his name in a while. Lost his footing as he nearly juggled a grab with another stoppage. So Somerset in this game. 2 and a bit kicks behind. The Rucks go at it. Off the deck is Myercheck. And it falls to the favour of Nichols.
Yeah, good mark running back there from Nichols, but Myercheck just makes things happen. The ball's inside attacking 50. Parker, long down the line. Too much on the kick there for Bowen. Spills over the top. Bowen now, just in the end, paddles the ball along the ground towards Matthew Newson. His kick isn't his best. Out of bounds.
Tell you what, that was nearly a windshield wash there. The ball, they're in trouble with some of those wayward kicks and the wind doing plenty. Umbrella getting a working over too. Comes back in, off the hands of Holland. Coming through was Nankiville. He's claiming a tackle. Moore thought he got away, but he ran into a murder of Crows. But it will be a stoppage. A bit lucky there. Up it goes. Holland, 2 hands down. Sweeping handball from Morgan. Not quite. It's a hard footy to gather. Really good. Tokarski very clean. Wins the ball for Somerset and chopping off as he has done quite a bit today is Ray McCann. I've liked his game.
In by Ray McCann. His best kick. Morgan forced to work for it. Numbers coming in here for the Kangaroos. Opportunity to go inside 50 through Strocknetter. A long bouncing ball towards the line. Don't tell me, just missing. So the Kangaroos find themselves just 2 goals adrift, despite Queenstown having large periods of dominance. They are kicking with the breeze this quarter, so crucial 10 or so minutes coming up.
A nice looking car near the goals there. I'm not sure I'd be parking it that close.
Very brave, the driver of that Nissan.
It is, as Murfitt drives long. And it's cut off again. These wayward kicks out of defensive 50 have proved costly for Queenstown. We don't have the stats, Anthony, but I feel like in terms of score generation, it's been a large part of the Somerset score.
Yeah, it certainly has. And it's interesting, the tactic from Queenstown at times has been just to chip the ball rather than going long and strong, and it's come unstuck a few times, and a chance here for Charlie Tokarski to kick his second.
Charlie Tokarski kicked a beauty last quarter coming through traffic. This one from the set shot. It'll be a kick every bit of 40 metres. He comes out to give himself a bit extra, and he powers it home. Charlie Tokarski cuts the margin. And Somerset are well and truly in this game. Just one kick away from the minor premiers Queenstown.
Yeah, the Queenstown Crows have not been defeated all year. 14 straight through the home and away season. Somerset 12-2. Clearly the 2 standout teams across season 2024. But a couple of weeks ago, Somerset could not get near the Queenstown Crows. And today, they're getting a real genuine arm wrestle. 6 points the difference. 16 minutes gone in the third quarter. A grandstand finish is in the offing. In the middle, Holland met heavily. Nankivell looks down behind play as well. An initial contest. He copped some pretty heavy treatment. Still down on his haunches. As the Queenstown Crows call for a bit of assistance. Umpire will just hold things up for a minute or so as well. And Nankivell to get himself away from the action.
Looks like the wind way out of his sails.
He's moving on okay now, so we'll resume back in the middle. Holland in the ruck, wins it down to Morgan. Well roved on that left boot. Hacks the ball inside 50. Dilger was the target. Providing some support too is Chris Wedd. Wedd gets the handball off. A chance here for Sam Newson. Doesn't quite get the purchase he would have liked, and the ball just gets stuck in the breeze. Mark taken by Caelan Nichols, who looks to move it on quickly, but didn't quite have a plan in place. Nichols goes back the other way, finds his teammate there in Kinch. Matty Kinch, a tough back, kicks the ball down the line. Intended target there in Smith, able to move the ball on. Jade Clark. You see that footy over the line for another stoppage. You just see those balloons and flags the Queenstown Crows runs. Not a great elevation, but telling the story of that breeze.
It's hideous conditions here at Wivenhoe Showgrounds, but good game of footy. Just 1 goal adrift of the underdogs Somerset. It's 1 down for the ruckman John Holland. He drops it off for Ray McCann. Gets it back to his big ruck. Just fight for it, slapping forward. Half a chance here now, Somerset. Ray McCann, his ball's only headed out. It'll come back with GST, courtesy of Ben Donaldson. Spins around, kicks long with a kick. Oh, the big man, we haven't called his name too much today, and Aaron Butler had to sit. Couldn't complete the transaction. A stoppage in the right part of the ground, though, for the Roos. The big fella Butler takes the ruck on this occasion. Coming out the back, it's Smith. Couldn't quite get ball to boot. Losing it was Costello. Playing for a free kick. Ray McCann almost. Fighting for it again. It's Chapman. It's a good little arm wrestle in this period of the game. Each stoppage is so fiercely contested as the wind howls through. Look at the boundary umpire. Jogging on the spot to keep themselves warm. Ball goes up again. Almost there for Chapman. Not quite. Ball finds its way out again. It's going to be thrown in. Look at the breeze, look at the rain, look at the horrific conditions. Nearly blowing the balloons off those sticks on the outer side. Good day for Ducks and inside midfielders and not much else.
Unless your name's Zach Myercheck, who has gone a little quiet in this quarter. Yet to kick a goal in the third term, but on fire in the opening half with 5 as the Roos kick the ball inside 50. Clark at the back, evades one tackler. Newson turns to a tackler himself. Clark tries to get away, just gets his kick off in the nick of time. Bouncing ball over the line. This is Queenstown's 4th consecutive grand final. Last premiership, though, was 2021, so losses to Yolla in 2022 and South Burning last year have them smarting for revenge. They're on top at the moment, but have a big contest on their hands as Lutwich drives the ball from half back to half forward. Dilger's thereabouts, so too though Barnett feeds the ball back as Somerset try to gain some meterage. Attacking the football hard there was Chapman. Keeps the ball alive for Somerset. Nice shepherd from Chapman opens an opportunity. Now the Roos through the middle of the ground, opting to go off the deck itself. Costello's thereabouts, but Ray McCann's going to be first to the football. Tireless efforts from Ray McCann, paddles it over and out for a throw in. He's been immense down there. It's Finbar Ray McCann.
The scenario, 1 goal in it. Anthony, what do you reckon? Somerset need a lead?
I think kicking into the breeze in the last quarter, yeah. I think they need to get their noses in front heading into the final change.
It feels like that breeze has only stiffened too.
Yeah, absolutely. Always hard to kick goals into the breeze at the best of times when it's wet, heavy footy as well. It's going to be tough for them. It's a big few minutes coming up. Holland gets the quick kick away. Wed, I should say, unable to trap the football. Myercheck coming in for support, just trying to extract the footy himself. Poulter, another stoppage.
So, will be thrown on up. 21 and change gone. A goal is all that separates them. It's 1 down by the big fella in Holland, almost for Ray McCann. Again, they just climb on top. It is a cake of soap at the minute, that footy. Umpire throws it up. Holland doing battle with Donaldson. It trickles out the back. It's now there for the Crows if they can gather. That was just interesting, fierce-looking tackle on Moore. Houston just helps us on its way. Finds his brother in Matthew. Slapped forward by O'Shea. Just helped out of there by Chapman. They collide again, almost for Moore. Jumping on top was Ray McCann. Trickles out the side. The smooth mover in McKellar. Kicks and finds Dilger, who takes a terrific slips catch.
Oh, he was 3 deep there, Dilger. Just willed himself to the football and took a fantastic grab.
Testing out the old strings. He might have done himself a mischief on the lower leg, actually, on the calf even. He looks in a spot of bother, to be honest, Dilger.
Not comfortable at all.
He looks like a robotic man. Dilger, he'll take his kick, but you'd suspect he may wander to the bench afterwards. He pokes up little seeking ball when he finds Lutwich. Lutwich moseys on in and kicks a goal. That is opportunistic stuff from Lutwich. Wise to the game, carries on. He's given it a lot, Lutwich. He's given it a lot for something that was wrapped in a bow for him, but well done all the same.
They made the most of his opportunity. That's really poor defence there from Somerset.
It's sloppy, isn't
napping.
it?
Yeah.
Eyes off the ball. Should have been aware to it, particularly with the state of Dilger, who I'm guessing will make his way to the bench and be assessed, but he didn't look good. Very stiff.
Just saw Mitchell Bowen from Somerset go from the field a bit before as well, looking quite uncomfortable. So it could be a big loss for them as the ball goes inside 50 for Queenstown. Mark taken on the last line of defence. Dying stages of this third quarter. Just as Somerset had really got themselves back in the contest, Queenstown extend their handy buffer as the siren sounds of the ball in the hands of Jai Chapman. Queenstown 9-7-61. They lead Somerset 7-7-49. A quarter full of twists and turns. The weather continuing to get worse and worse as well. Queenstown with the handy advantage heading into the final change. Damien Gill, we know they're kicking with the breeze as well. They're in a pretty good position. But these Kangaroos continue to fight. We wouldn't be able to rule them out just yet.
Well, I took the mickey a little bit out of Toby Lutwich for the carry on with the goal, but it was a big goal because at a 2-goal margin, it feels like the game is in Queenstown's keeping and it's theirs to lose from here with the breeze doing what it has, with the conditions being so ordinary. 9-7-61, 7-7-49 is the scenario. So Somerset, with their backs to the wall, are going to have to do it against the breeze and find a couple of goals, probably more. They're probably going to need to have a 3 or 4 goal quarter, which feels unlikely, Anthony Osborne, which is a shame after a third term where they applied themselves so well and with a bit of luck maybe could have been dead level.
Yeah, funny things can happen in grand finals, and Queenstown the last few years haven't been able to get it done on the last day of the season. So we'll wait to see how this final quarter unfolds. The DFA, of course, like to thank its sponsors in Flex Realty, CUB, Bernie Trophy Centre, Capital Corp, RT and NJ Construction, Auto Electric, IMAX Solutions and Sports Power Bernie. We'll take a break here from commentary. A big final term coming up, the last quarter of the 2024 DFA season. Just one quarter remains in season 2024 of the Darwin Football Association campaign. The Queenstown Crows lead this contest 61-49 against the Somerset Kangaroos. They're in the box seat, but this game has been full of twists and turns as the Crows look to get their first premiership since 2021 and Somerset their first since 2019. Damien Gill, a big last quarter on the horizon for us.
It is as Holland takes a free kick gleefully from the middle. Look at the rain pour down. It just comes straight off the chest of the approaching forward. Dilger straight through his fingers. Good luck kicking a goal in this.
It's just getting worse by the minute.
They're playing in a swamp, Anthony Osborne. It's hard work. Hard work. But ball where you want it if you're a Queenstown Crow. Dilger doing the ruck work on hands and knees. It finds its way out to Morgan. His kick doesn't go far. Coming through was O'Shea. Made a contest of it. Here is Myercheck playing for a free kick. Almost for Newson. Coming through was Newson. Here he is, Myercheck, twisting and turning. Drops it back. Finds Wed. Wed now. High ball. Asking a bit of Lutwich. It was McKellar playing for a free, umpire-wise to it. Comes out to Matt Newson. He dives down and earns a free. Smartly done. Wet day. Gathered the footy. Went and did the hard stuff. And we'll now have a look at the sticks.
He's just taking his time to get up, feeling the effects of this game. Bit of cramp setting in for him. There'd be some pretty tired bodies after a long season and then playing in such wet and heavy conditions as well. Good to see that Dilger is back out there though, as Newson quickly dishes the handball off in the direction of McKellar, who sets his sights for goal, misses.
I like the goal umpire with the flat palm technique. It's strong, unique, strong. I like it.
Quite understated as well.
Tyler Parker from full back. He has it all ahead of him as we see the wipers do their work in the background. The rain tumbled down, the wind in his face, his team 2 and a bit goals adrift. It is pouring. And Somerset have it all to do. Parker now takes all the yardage afforded to him. Kicks towards a pack. Trickles out the back. Chapman gets his ball away. There is no one in earshot of that. But that'll work. That'll do what it needs to, I think, for Somerset. The boundary umpire fishes the footy out of a sea of SUVs.
Ball was pinballing between a couple of Mazdas and Subarus there as Holland takes the footy out of the ruck. Handball didn't quite have as much purchase as he needed. Tied up against the line and pretty content to see it over there. It was Wed. I think the few soldiers who were opting to go out of the cars have well and truly retreated in this last quarter, Damien.
Well, the umbrella is not standing a chance up against this, as it's more claimed a really good tackle. Lutwich also tackling for the Crows. Fresh air effort from Tom Smith. Just helped on its way by Somerset now as we catch up with play. Bouncing onto the ball was Butler. It's gathered by Schultz. Kicked a beauty in that last quarter. One of the more curious goals you'll see in footy. Really sat down and had a picnic and decided, yep, advantage as it comes through off the boot. The Somerset player, Lux of Fortune. Play on called. Butler protested as he gave the hands. Curious one. Socket out of midair. Coming off. Oh, it was a flying shot from Tokarski. Just the wrong side of the post. A couple of nice little efforts. Deep forward 50 for Somerset. A rare venture, you sense. Just quite couldn't thread the needle, Anthony Osborne, as Ray McCann touches the footy out of it on the ground and drives it onto the wing. Good grab from John Holland.
Yeah, the Kangaroos just need to find a way to lock the ball in their attacking half, but with 2 kicks, the Crows are deep in the forward pocket, and Myercheck sniffing about. Happy to see that one over the line. So with that breeze, Queenstown can go from defence to offence incredibly quickly. Now we have a throw in the left forward pocket.
You could see as they just skidded across the boundary line there, the surface water, just how wet it is.
It's been raining relentlessly all afternoon and just intensifying as it's gone on. O'Shea scrapping away at ground level. Moore tried to get his ball out of his vicinity. Newson Emerges with the football. Clever kick back inboard. Mark taken. Just there from Norkie. Norkie kicks the ball inside 50, looking for Dilger, who's still moving a little gingerly. Trying to slap the ball away. Numbers there at the back of the pack through Parker for Somerset. Good mark running back there from Jade Clark. Now look to relaunch attacking foray for Queenstown. A scrappy old kick, bouncing, skidding along the ground, over and out for a throw in.
2 goals the margin for Somerset. Conditions against them, must be said. We're almost 6 minutes gone in the last quarter of this 2024 Darwin Football Association season. The big ruckman, Holland, just takes it out of there, drops it off for O'Shea. O'Shea looks long, contest, and coming through fortuitously. I think it was Keogh that pounced on the footy and finished off, and makes things very, very difficult for Somerset. Unfortunately, they almost contested amongst themselves on that occasion, Somerset. And Keogh just helped himself.
He just wrestled the ball into his own possession there, Keogh, and made no mistake. So the opening goal of the final term does go the way of the Queenstown Crows. Out to a 3-goal advantage, 68 plays 50. As we approach the 7-minute mark of this final quarter. Somerset with it all to do. Holland in the middle. Taps it down. Kick away there from Bowen. Tumbling footy towards half-forward. Schultz is there for the Kangaroos as his opponent lost his footing. Schultz keeps the ball in play. Dinky little kick over the top. Trying to set something up there through Moa. Quick kick off the ground. Didn't get any purchase on it whatsoever. Murphy tumbles the ball out of defensive 50. This is really scrappy wet weather footy at the moment. Umpire has a decision to make and opts for the throw in. Being pretty stiff to call that.
Oh, in these conditions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players would rather be anywhere else but here right now. But they're battling away as it's picked up by Bowen. He's had a good afternoon. Just gets yardage. So it's this next kick for Somerset, really. It's let them down on occasion this afternoon. 3 goals the margin. Going to need to get moving if there are any chance. One down well from Donaldson. Socket inside forward 50. Great gather from Tarkowski. Powers a shot. No, it was a pass in the finish. It was Anthony Marshall wise to it. He got a gap on his opponent. Takes the grab. So Marshall looked the most likely inside forward 50 for Somerset. Comes on in off that right boot. You can see it hang up in the breeze, but it does what it needs to. And Somerset have a pulse.
Yeah, that is a big goal there for the Somerset Kangaroos. Marshall with his 2nd goal of the contest. He's been lively inside forward 50 for them and has stepped up when it matters the most. Cuts the margin back to 2 straight kicks. So we just give the camera a bit of a wipe. That tells you what you need to know about the conditions here in Wivenhoe. But with 9 minutes down in this final quarter, game is well and truly there for Somerset. They're going to have to do a lot of things well. Back in the middle, Holland. Once again in the ruck. Nankerveld checked himself on ball. Tries to get it off to O'Shea. Houston there as well. With the kick was Kinch. Again, just trying to get a couple of metres back Somerset's way. Bowen chips it off the deck. Chance here for the Kangaroos. They can surge forward again. That ball just caught up in the breeze and the mark taken by Jack Nankerveld. Short kick looking for O'Shea. Couldn't take the mark. Just losing his footing there was Bowen, and the umpire will pay the trip.
Look at the wind blowing into his face. Bowen kicks into the middle. Ooh, gutsy ball. Finds Chapman. Chapman very nonchalantly just kicks it inside forward 50. Coming through with Tarkowski. Showed some style but lost the footy in the process.
Karski's cleanliness beneath his knees has been immense in the last couple of minutes.
It's been a feature, hasn't it? It's McKellar, another one of these cramping Crows. So McKellar, that is an ugly kick. Finds its way in the middle of the ground, just gets skittled. Lutwich powers a ball forward, bouncing towards goal. Will find its way out of play. Credit to Brad Poulter. I feel like he's stuck to his task in this second half with the match-up on Myercheck. Less supply, but when it's got down there, he's been with him every step of the way. And when it comes, neither ruck makes meaningful contact. And hands and knees, they all fight for it. Ray McCann. It was Myercheck in the end who slapped it on the boot. Chapman dealt with after he got rid of the footy. Yeah, fair cry for a free kick. Not sure which way the umpires have ruled here, whether it's out in the floor or a free kick. The way the players are moving, probably a free kick.
First mission just to find the footy amongst all the cars. There's players in a world of hurt right across the field at the moment.
There's cramping everywhere, isn't there?
Out on their feet as Chapman tries to drive the Roos out of D50. Holland sees that ball over the line.
He's battled well, John Holland. Of course, not a Victorian spin bowler, but pretty handy ruck.
I've seen him throw down a couple of tweakers over the summer. Turn a bit on the gravel too, I'd imagine. So we're back in play. Holland's going to be the recipient of the free kick, just outside attacking 50. Breeze behind his back. He'll back himself to set something up. Holland with not a great kick at all. Only as far as Tom Smith, who's been one of the Roos' more consistent performers over the four quarters. Smith's kick, a scrubber, back out for a throw-in.
In fairness to both teams, I think even the purest of kicks would look pretty ordinary in these conditions. It's not a good day for conditions for clean footy. As the ball comes in again, Holland is one down. Won well by Newsom. The ball finds its way out yet again, out on the floor on this occasion. So be a Parker ball. The wind just blew it that way. As it goes off Parker's boot, long, almost for Holland. He had to sit. It's a scrappy old contest now. Morgan fighting for it. Coming through was Dexter. Crows trying their best to squeeze out the ball. Another stoppage. Dilger. Not Dilger rather, it was Holland. As it's one down, there's a whistle. Or is it going to be another crack at the throw? The wind causing a bit of havoc here, Anthony Osborne.
Certainly is, and crucial minutes being ticked off the clock. Kangaroos, it's mission impossible heading into today. They've done a fantastic job to be this close throughout the contest, but it's becoming very difficult for them now as we approach the 14-minute mark of the last quarter. It's just 2 goals, but in the conditions, it's a really handy advantage as we see the ball thrown in once again, and the ball from the throw-in has gone about 25 metres towards the forward pocket as well, and we'll take that one again.
Poor buggers. As time ticks away. There was a gentleman behind just before the side of the ground. He was holding his umbrella very strangely. I'm not sure what the approach was. We might see him in a bit. Finds its way inside 450 and Lutwich takes a grab. With a fortuitous kick inside 450. No real direction to it. Lutwich just wise to the situation, takes a grab. Being very quiet, but kicks this. He's got 2 goals for the day and made the most of his opportunities, and ultimately 2 pretty important goals. The former coach, so Toby Lutwich, spins the ball in his hands, goes out to give himself the distance, ends up just sitting up the kick almost a grab. They climb on top. There'll be a stoppage right at the top of the square. Keogh very nearly brought that one in. Up it goes. Slap down from Holland. Oh, beautiful work on the last line. Diving save from Callan Nichols. Tips it over. And it'll be, yet again, Anthony Osborne, a Tyler Parker ball from full back.
Yeah, he's had a lot to do today as Tyler Parker as he launches that ball and gets great purchase kicking into the breeze. A long kick. One out of bounds to a couple of the brave patrons who are sitting outside at the moment. Hats off to them. But a throw in far side wing here at the Wivenhoe Showgrounds. Ticking into the last 10 minutes or so of the 2024 DFA season. Morgan to O'Shea, who just decides to hack it out of there. Coming the other way there was Salter. Good gather there from Costello. Feeds it back. Long kick now inside 50. Trying to tee things up for Marshall. He's been really impressive inside 50 and takes the mark with one arm.
Sheesh, don't tell me. Are they still in this?
Makes the most of this opportunity. It cuts the margin back to just 7 points. Anthony Marshall looking for his third. Kick is on the way. Just fading across and punch through for a minor score. So the Kangaroos simply have to lock this ball in and create a scoring opportunity in the next couple of minutes for there to be any chance of taking home the 2024 Premiership Cup.
Ray McCann from fullback brings it out and finds the grab that Somerset wouldn't have been hoping for as Holland goes inboard. Interesting choice to Nankiville. Nankiville onto that outer wing. Just out of the reach of Wed, who in the end gathers and is helped over. We saw on that last set shot the difficulty of kicking goals to the left of screen. The breeze is just really going to thwart you. It's hard to direct it through. You've got to over-kick it, and then you have to correct for the directions. That's very tricky. We've seen some brilliant goals to the left of screen today, considering that. 2 straight kicks now, the margin.
So, boundary throw in, far side of the ground. 18 minutes gone in this final quarter. Time ticking away for the Somerset Kangaroos. Tied up against the line. Bowen gains some metres. Moore unable to keep the ball in play. We'll have another throw in. Just a little bit closer to Bass Strait.
They'll be disappointed if they can't lift the cup, Somerset, but geez, what a recovery from their previous bout.
Yeah, for only a couple of weeks ago, they won the Reserves Premiership earlier today after a big loss a couple of weeks ago in the corresponding fixture as well. So a lot of young players in this Somerset team. Some positivity around the joint at Langley Park. Of course, Somerset playing or fielding junior teams for the first time next season as well, which is incredibly exciting for the Somerset Footy Club and for footy on the Northwest Coast more broadly. Queenstown Crows remaining the pace centre for a long period of time in the DFA competition, looking for their first premiership since 2021. Defeats in 2022 to Yolla and 2023 to South Burnie. Looking to make amends today. Great pressure being applied there from the Crows. They'll be rewarded in the heart of the Wivenhoe Showgrounds. Ball in hand of Sammy Newson, who's been immense from go to O.
The Newson boys have been a nuisance for Somerset. Sam kicks this one out to a leading player in Wed, who just helps it over. Just feels like a bit too much from here for Somerset. So we tick to 20 minutes. Holland now slapped. He's gathered, checked as he kicked inside 50. It'll be a downfield free kick, I would have thought. So, oh, Lutwich didn't need it. I'm not even sure it was meant for him. He's come from way back. Toby Lutwich. Oh, fortune favours those that are wise to the situation. I'm near certain that was meant for Chris Webb.
He's a crafty operator, Toby Lutwich. Chance here to kick his second.
Smart, that is. That is clever.
That's rascal behaviour from Lutwich. Chance here for him.
And the downfield free kick. Toby Lutwich, former coach of this outfit, goes out to the right, sets sail. The kick won't have the trip. In the end, it just found its way over, out to left, a minor score. But a minor score that just about sinks Somerset, you'd think.
Yeah, it's beyond 2 goals now for the Kangaroos. Everything is going to have to go perfectly from here. Queenstown continue to have the answers. So that kick goes inside 50, and the mark's been taken there from Butler, who's thrown himself down back and then just decides to barrel the ball and get as many metres as he can out in the direction of Tarkowski. Down the line, Chapman, who's done some good things. Ball not really sitting for anyone except for Strocknetta. The mark taken there from Jade Clark, experienced campaigner in this Queenstown outfit. Direction from his teammates to kick back from where the ball has come. That's exactly what he does. Lutwich gets it off to O'Shea. Back to Lutwich. Now tumbles the ball inside 50 to Myercheck, who hasn't had a lot to do across the second half. Still has 5 goals to his name, Zach Myercheck. And a throw in.
It's strange to say, because he's probably the medalist.
I was about to ask that. We've kicked 5 goals and a half. Haven't had a lot to do across the next 2 quarters, but the game was on the line. He was irrepressible.
In a 2-goal game, you've kicked 5. It's hard to argue with, but I agree. Like it's funny because largely unsided since half time. This one's powered forward from Jade Clark. He kicks the vacant side of the ground and it'll trickle its way out. So 70 plays 57, 10-10, 8-9. Minute and change left in this game. Oh, it'll be Somerset ball, so they would need 3 goals just over a minute. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. And Queenstown get to soak up the dying stages of a premiership. Well-toiled and undefeated season. Good tackle applied here by Lutwich. He's come to the fore in the last quarter and a half.
Yeah, worked his way into the game, Toby Lutwich.
If it goes again, wrestling for it was Holland. Coming through Myercheck. Blue and white all around him. So just about ready to celebrate on the bench. Brilliant moment for this football club. They do so well considering their location and where they sit. Undefeated season. They're not common in football. Takes so much to get through season unscathed. Siren sounds on season 2024 in the DFA, and it is Queenstown's premiership. The Crows reign supreme. Too good for Somerset on a dreary afternoon at Wivenhoe.
Yeah, the Premiership Cup going back to the gravel. A magnificent performance from the Queenstown Crows to cap a remarkable season, undefeated. And they run out winners 10-10-70 to Somerset 8-9-57. A gallant effort from the Somerset Kangaroos, especially after a match only a fortnight ago between these two outfits. But Queenstown, deserved winners of the 2024 DFA Premiership. They vanquished in the 2022 and 2023 deciders. They've got back to the pinnacle of the DFA competition with a hard-fought and well-deserved victory what was a really entertaining and absorbing grand final, considering just how difficult those conditions were throughout the afternoon, Damien Gill.
Well, that's just it. Somerset lose no fans in their efforts today to climb over a team that's been invincible this season. But at the end of the day, just a little bit too much class across the paddock for the Queenstown Crows. Set up largely in that first half from an exquisite forwards game from Zach Myercheck, 5 goals. Made it hard work for Somerset from there. They had a really good third quarter. Toby Lutwich with a bit of a sucker punch late. It just took the steam out of the Kangaroos, and then Queenstown steadied in the last and just did enough to soak up the contest and secure their premiership. Premiership well earned and a premiership well deserved in an undefeated season.
As you said, undefeated seasons don't come around too often, so hearty congratulations to everyone involved in the Queenstown Football Club on season 2024. The big thanks to the DFA's sponsors throughout this season: Flex Realty, CUB, Burnie Trophy Centre, Capital Corp, RT and NJ Construction, Auto Electric, IMAX Solutions and Sports Power Burnie. Congratulations as well to Barry Dunham and the team at the DFA for another successful season. Some great support from Alison Pearce, particularly from AFL Tasmania as well. Terrific community football competition and a really enjoyable grand final to cap off the year that was.
Fantastic day for all to relish. The raucous celebrations you'd sense back at the Queenstown Crows club rooms. They do an amazing job, Anthony Osborne, when you consider where they're situated, albeit they probably have the best home ground advantage in world sport, but they continue to produce year after year, and this season may be one of their best of all.
Absolutely, and the core of this group have been there for all of these grand finals. The O'Sheas, the Newsons, the Lutwiches, the McKellar over the recent seasons as well. It's a great community football club, and they, as you say, have to do a lot of travel throughout the season and do a fantastic job. They're always thereabouts and have been at the absolute pinnacle of this competition for a long, long period of time. And really looking forward to, in a few weeks' time, seeing the playoff game, I suppose, between the NWFA premiers and the DFA premiers. So Queenstown taking on the winner of the 2024 NWFA season, which is a fantastic initiative, and I think something that the broader North West Coast community will really get behind.
No question. Of course, Sheffield through to that grand final already, and playing off Mountain Preston well in control at half-time. Last score check, 32 points up over Wesley Vale. So you'd think it's Mountain Preston or Sheffield that the Crows will come up against in a couple of weeks' time. And I agree, there'll be a whole deal of intrigue as they link arms and get ready to sing the song. It should be boisterous celebrations and absolutely well deserved. I'll just sit tight, Anthony Osborne, and try our best to get some of the sound. Can't hear much.
We've got a howling breeze going right through
There's a fair bit
showgrounds
against
as well.
us there.
And they're right on the other side of the ground, so let that continue to roll on. But
and shortly, as you can see in the front of your picture here, that Somerset getting ready for the presentations. The presentations take place right in front of our camera position. And once Queenstown are done singing the song, they'll make their way over, and then we'll see the medals presented and best on ground and all the other formalities take place. Anthony Osborne, you'd think Myercheck would have to be in the frame. If not, then who?
It's a good question. I think someone like a Finbar Ray McCann was immense from the opening bounce to the final siren down back. The Newsons, Matthew and Sam were immense. Jackson O'Shea had plenty of the football. Really raffled between quite a few players. I feel like if it's not Myercheck, I reckon Finbar Ray McCann's probably my pick, but It was a really even team performance right across the board for the Queenstown Crows.
Yeah, I like Matthew Newson's game. But yeah, Finbar, Ray McCann battled hard. The big ruckman, John Holland, I didn't mind his game either. There was a lot to like. McKellar has some nice moments. There's a bit of style about him as a player. For Somerset, albeit unlikely, the medalist comes from them. In terms of better players, Tyler Parker had a lot of it, battled hard. Mitch Bowen, smart player, pounced on a couple of really good opportunities. Sam Moore, I thought, battled hard. And they're probably the prime movers, I would have thought. As well as Sikorsky, who has a bit about him, is clean below the knees on a wet day, and yeah, had some tricks with Charlie, but probably too few better players for Somerset, and therein lies the difference between the two teams.
As we said, the Queenstown Crows begin to make their way across the field. We'll run through the goal kickers while they're doing just that. For Queenstown, as we alluded to, Zach Mychek with 5 majors, singles to Lachlan McKellar, Michael Keogh, Matthew Newson, Sam Newson and Toby Lutwich. While for the Somerset Kangaroos, 2 each to Anthony Marshall and Charlie Sikorsky, singles to Mitchell Bowen, Tyler Parker, Ryan Strocketer and Clint Schultz. Looks like these are probably the best conditions we've seen all afternoon as the players are walking from the field. The rain certainly eased. Wind's still thereabouts, but there'd be some very sore and tired bodies out there.
Yeah, it's been a largely pretty dry season across the board, and of course the wettest day of all is grand final day. So, but both teams just battled so well, didn't they? Applied themselves so well, made the best of the conditions. Terrific. I see the murder of Crows make their way over, a big throng of them.
Crom beanies throughout that group as well.
You saw the president, Pete Newson, there he is, inside Dilgut.
Someone who'd be very, very excited with this is also the president of the ODFA competition, Brian O'Reilly, a passionate Queenstown Crows fan. Made amends after going down in the last 2 deciders. Last year to the Rowan Bulldog-led South Burnie side, and the year before to Yolla. First premiership since 2021.
They pile on in. Look at the fan paraphernalia. They're a strong club, aren't they? They represent their community so well. So important to the fabric of Queenstown as a place.
Yeah, and Queenstown as a whole to football in this state. Saw the Tasmania Devils have one of their launch events at the Gravel earlier this year. Queenstown community got right behind that as well. So the presentation's about to kick off down here at Wivenhoe. A few words from Tyler Parker.
Obviously, firstly, congratulations to Queenstown, Lachlan your bloke. Benchmark all year and the third leg in today. We knew coming in was very tough. We knew we did the game plan off to lost by 100 on that first final against us. For our boys, 20 credit was we put the fight to and just didn't pocket in the end. So congratulations guys, enjoy it. So our boys picked up to go again next year. Thank you.
Nothing great, in the grand final, which we didn't lose by any fans on plan. So on behalf of the Darwin Football Association, congratulations to everything. That's a huge turnout, so well done. The Lachlan Smash and the Western Coast from West Coast. Thanks for coming up boys and putting on a good show. Great game of football. Now it's up to you guys to enjoy the spoils of today. And on behalf of Barry Walker and Phil come forward. and present the medals. Just before that, I will get Better Snoop to present the medal for the Snoop Best on Ground Award.
Thanks, Barry. What can I say? You couldn't get any worse today than what you had today. So there are 40 odd of you out there today. You should be all receiving medals. Just to turn up, that means something. Commiserations to Somerset. That's a massive turnaround in 2 weeks. It would not have taken much for you to be on the end of it. But anyhow, the winner of the Snoop Family Medal for the day is Jack Molachek.
The game was there to win. He was immense. 5 goals across the opening half, 2 in the first quarter and 3 in the second. Thoroughly deserved.
Now I'll call on Barry Davies, if you're looking forward. There you go. You present the medal, please.
The Northwest Regional Manager, Barry Gaby, present the medals.
Coming in, boys. Number 1 for Queenstown, Jack Molachek.
Anchorville, pretty good today, I thought.
Rock solid contributor, very good in all the grand finals I've seen over the last couple of years for the Queenstown Crows.
Number 5 for Queenstown, Dave Clark.
Dave Clark. Trying to make his way through the crowd.
Number 7, Jack Molachek.
Keogh kicked a crucial goal in the last quarter.
Number 12, Simba Ray McCann.
Well, you loved his game, didn't you, Anthony? Flimbar, Ray McCann.
One of the great names as well, but he was rock solid down back, and that's a lovely little touch there.
Number 13, Alex
Alex Dilger just threatened to break the game open multiple times, and when the whips were cracking early, he was everywhere.
He was, good player.
With Oliver Dexter.
Strong name, Dexter.
Just another strong contributor across the board as well.
Murphy off half-back. Pretty solid game, all things considered. Couple of moments to forget, but all in all, smart play, cut it off well.
Jake Ray McCann, also very impressive, just battled all day supporting Holland in the ruck.
Number 23, Darcy Crane.
Darcy Crane.
Number 26,
Up there to get his medal. 26, Luke Morgan. A solid contributor throughout.
Number 27, Richard Norfolk.
Okay, yeah, did some good things. Played his role.
Number 30, Jack Molachek.
He's back up again. Already got one medallion. He's farmed it off to his child. He'll receive another. He'll go straight over the kids, Mel, and it's good to see. It was terrific, wasn't he, Zach Molachek?
John Holland just worked tirelessly all afternoon. Tough conditions for a big man, but he did a fantastic job.
Number 52, Sam Jones.
You see the place trying to keep warm. Sorry, Anthony.
Trying to keep warm, just trying to slip over in the mud in the presentation area as well. Another good performer with Sam Shea.
One of the captains now, I think.
Number 11, Chris Webb.
Not quite. Chris Webb battled hard, didn't he? In and under. doing the tough stuff.
Now we'll have all the captains forward. Number 3, Toby
Rich.
Number 6, Dan Wilson.
Wilson's coming in as well.
Now we'll ask for the 2 coaches to come forward.
Some real behind the scenes stuff here on the AFL Tasmania live stream, which you love to see.
Newsom.
Matthew Newson comes forward as well, the coach of this outfit.
And number 23, Lockie McKellar.
Lockie McKellar, one of the really strong performers.
Now I'll ask Rob Newman if he'll come forward and present the 2 coaches' medals.
Congratulations, Queenstown. You thoroughly deserve that. You've been the front runners all year. The pace setters. Commiseration, Somerset. That was an excellent effort. Come back from a couple of weeks ago. So congratulations to both sides. In trying conditions, that's what football's all about. Well done.
Well spoken.
Now we'll pass on the 2 Premiership Cups and the Premiership flag to the leaders of the Queenstown Football Club.
Presented there by Association President Barry Dunham. And your 2024 DFA Premiers, the Queenstown Crows. Reign supreme from start to finish, an undefeated season, and thoroughly deserved DFA Premiers. And the party will continue well into the next couple of days down at the Gravel. A terrific performance from the Queenstown Crows. And a fantastic DFA season. Great effort from the Somerset Kangaroos in what was an absorbing DFA Grand Final. Congratulations to the DFA and another fantastic season. Big thanks to the DFA sponsors, Flex Realty, CUB, Burnie Trophy Centre, Capital Corp, RT and NJ Construction, Auto Electric, IMAX Solutions and Sports Power Burnie. Thank you to Buy On Stream for today's live stream on the AFL Tasmania YouTube channel. Thank you for your company, everyone watching from home in the warmth, and Damien Gill for your role in the commentary box today. Fantastic to call the action with you.
Terrific. Well done, Queenstown. Well done, all involved at the Darwin Football Association on a great season.
Thank you for your company. Make sure you stay tuned next week on the AFL Tas live stream for the NWFA Grand Final. But until then, bye for now.